was started in 1946 because a group of like-minded individuals came together and thought, we need more art in this community.
It does have a very interesting beginning because there was a group of people in the Fargo-Moorhead area who decided there wasn't theater, and there wasn't. There wasn't theater at the colleges at that time. There wasn't anything for people to do for theater. So they formed this very small group. They went from place to place doing theater shows. Many of the buildings that they actually performed in early, like the Fargo Armory and some other places, no longer exist. All of the time that they were actually moving from place to place, they were looking for a home. Finally, in the early 60s, they worked with the Park District and the City of Fargo and built the first part of this building, the core of this building, where the theaters, and we've been here ever since.
FMCT is unique in the fact that we really take the community part of our name to heart. We're not a niche theater company. Like, we're not trying to do, we're just exclusively doing contemporary works, or we're exclusively doing, children's theater. Like, that's not FMCT. FMCT exists to engage all little pockets, all corners of our community.
The thing that's kind of different and sets FMCT apart for our community is we're a multi-generational organization. So we say that it's for pretty much preschool through 108, I think, is our magic number. So we're really hitting all of the age and milestones throughout a person's life. So really, you can come to FMCT at any time of your life and have a great time.
I think it's a wonderful, thriving, vibrant culture of theater that we have in town that we're very lucky to be a part of, and more so we're lucky to be a really crucial leader in that space. We're just very lucky in that way, yeah.
Okay, so plans change. Last night I said we're going to start right with that final scene of Act 2 so we can get that done. I actually think we need to jump into Act 1, is what I think we need to do. Okay. Can we go back to Clayton's Attend the Tale of Sweeney Todd? Hey, this. Remember, so he does his Attend the Tale of Sweeney Todd.
Attend the Tale of Sweeney Todd.
Quick, back in. Yep, not slow, quick. Snap back in, right? His voice was odd and his fingers odd. Right? Serve the dark and vengeful God. Yeah. So then we see how he served the dark and vengeful God.
To me, the work always starts right on the page, like with the script and the text that is provided. So really being able to constantly read and reread, and while you're doing that, you're envisioning little moments of it.
Every show presents a new set of challenges, a new set of opportunities that are fun to explore. It's a fun space to work in. But if you don't totally click with a certain show, there's another one 4 weeks away.
A season for us is between 7 to 10 different titles. You throw summer in there as well, there's another 4 or 5 productions that happen as well. So from January to December, FMCT is doing anywhere from 12 to 15 shows in our season.
You do a show about every 3 to 4 weeks, so you really have to be pretty quick about getting the shows turned around. I have an advantage because I've worked here so long that I know the stock really well, so I know what we have and what we can pull for shows, in the fact that I can pull it pretty quickly.
It's really a challenge. Each production's its own different challenge, because there's always some type of gimmick that you have to try and figure out, like, how am I going to do this correctly? Everyone is waiting for that one point. So it's like, how are we going to get that one piece to work?
That's actually kind of the cool part, is to take what that vision is in this one singular voice, my voice, and then you toss it to a group of even if it's just one-on-one work or a group of 25, like, that vision is bound to change.
There are moments that people see on stage that I don't think they really realize how much time and thought we put into it behind the scenes. You just test it, and if it doesn't work, you try it a different way until it finally works. But yeah, for that little split-second moment, that then it works.
There are so many joys and so many really rewarding pieces that happen in rehearsal, and the discoveries that are made, and the friendships and the relationships that are formed through that. Like, I mean, that is a very special piece of it. But when you take something that's already so special and then you quantify it and blow it up so it's even more special, because not only is it this small group of people that got to love this moment, but then 300 people sitting on all sides of you also love that same moment as equally. Like, that is really a piece that makes me just swell with pride.
Being a part of that it's just a rush. And of course, there's always something cool about being on stage. But being part of something bigger than the community and part of all these talented people is just it's a beautiful thing.
For me, as a single man, it gives me a family. It gives me a home. And so I look forward to that a lot.
Maybe even the most frustrating of moments, that like, we're working this bit, we can't get it right, and then when it finally kind of lands, you go, okay, there's that. Like, certainly that's a huge win inside of a rehearsal experience. But then seeing those moments, whether they were frustrating from the start or joyous from the beginning, but seeing those moments and how they land and affect an audience, that's like a whole nother piece. We are working together, and we're taking all of our little itty bitty pieces and mashing it into something that is hopefully a rewarding experience for individuals, both like as cast members and participants in it, but also for our patrons too, that they see the work and they see the collaboration, and that they truly kind of see the passion and the love for creating together just kind of drip on our stage. Like, that's our biggest hope, is that we leave our joy, we leave our happiness, we leave our creative spirit on that stage, and that's what lingers in people's minds.
I think theater arts, what it brings to a human is opportunity. You are hardwired to need people, you are hardwired to engage with people, and theater helps you to do that successfully. The classes we're doing right now, Fargo, North Dakota loves musicals. So we always offer something that has song and dance. We offer 2 classes this semester with singing and dancing. We do storytelling, so that we take a story that they're familiar with and break down the pieces of the story. We let them read it, we read it to them depending on the age group, and we break down the parts of the story, the beginning, the middle, and the end. And so they're learning to read, but they don't know they're learning to read all the important things, right? That's good. And then they have that as a jumping off point of creating characters and really walking into a world of imagination where you can safely explore all sorts of things and ideas and things that those characters would experience, and bring it to life. As an education director, personally, my biggest takeaway is connection. I think that getting to give something to young people or older people, our education reaches everyone, children, adults, senior citizens, being able to connect with people exactly where they are and sort of reach into themselves and learn how to risk, that's the most rewarding thing. So the takeaway is that if expectations are high, people can do anything. And I love that about theater education.
Well, the classes I'm teaching, we have performing the song. It's kind of like a musical theater class. It's taking basically numbers from a movie, like a kid's movie. So right now we're doing Sing, and putting a couple musical numbers on stage. It's more so of like a music theater review than it is putting an actual production on stage. And so they have 40 minutes of music instruction with me, and then they do about 45, 50 minutes of dance instruction with my co-teacher. And by the end, next week, we'll have a number to put on stage.
This year I've decided that I'm going to give a small dance class before each choreography session instead of just, here are the moves, you have to learn them because we will be performing. I want them to actually understand why they're moving and how their body is supposed to be moving. So trying to get them some basic dance steps, some basic dance vocabulary so that when they are in a show and the choreographer just whips out all these random words, they know what they're supposed to be doing.
I love just the confidence and the joy that the kids bring to class every day and how we get to channel that to tell stories and feel empathy for the characters that we're playing. I absolutely love the kids. It's really fun when kids, they want to be there, like they're in these classes because they want to. It's not required for school. It's not something that their parents are going to pay for if they don't want to come. So they all really want to be there, and so it makes it such a fun experience to teach them.
In one of my classes, the music from Trolls actually, one of the girls came in and she was super shy, very scared the first day, and now she just sings and dances and smiles and laughs the entire time, and it's just so fun seeing them blossom like that.
We're kind of launching an overhaul of the way that the theater presents itself. We're kind of rebranding. We're going to have a new logo, new text on everything, and so you'll see those changes kind of gradually start to appear inside the theater, outside the theater, and our social media presence, our website, and we're really doing that to kind of show the community where we are and where we're headed.
I want FMCT to be a home for people in our community. I want them to feel that they can come here at any time and be involved in many different ways. I want them just to come here, and I want them to bring their families here. It'd be a place that people think of immediately when they want to have a date night or just a special occasion out on the town. I think creating a connection and understanding people's stories and their connection to FMCT is important. So I want to give people that opportunity to share their story with us.
With that, let's just do it. Let's unveil this new logo.
It's really fun to kind of mark this new chapter that has already started here at the theater with this kind of exciting and fresh new look that I feel really best represents who we are, what we're doing right now, and why it's so exciting.
We want you, the theater experience to begin the moment you walk into that door. And that's engaging the community as a whole. As soon as they come in, they can start feeling what really happens.
Do you have like a favorite place in the Stage Island Park here?
I think my favorite place is sitting in a seat watching the show.